Because rich men come with a lot of baggage. They're like emotionally.
Well, that's why they're rich.
They are.
Because
that's exactly why.
They can't get it anywhere. I always
They're
say
emotionless.
Yeah. Well, no,
Nothing
not that.
phases them.
Or maybe they have too much emotions.
I'm about to say,
They
wait,
don't
that's
have-
cap.
Until they're hurt.
It's
And
like
then it's like, the dramatics is real.
But that's because if
I've
you
had
take
students
a kid,
be flown out to meet with their dude that they've been seeing for 6 months or more. And this motherfucker canceled their flight back home, left her with whatever she came with. She was stuck in Vegas.
that's
Like,
her fault. She should have been prepared.
no flight home. No. First of all, how you seeing him for 6 months? You ain't got no money, bitch. Secondly, like how you go anywhere without your own like safety net? You know what I mean? That's crazy.
So you mean like stuck?
She ain't had money
like,
to pay to get home.
Like she was in the group chat. Like, can anybody?
100 and 100. I need 400.
We put it together for her. We got her home. We got her home.
That's terrible.
We got her.
You should have like, no, sit there and think of, you know how like when kids used to go to jail and your mom be like, I ain't bailing you out. Think about your decisions in there. I'm like, yo, ma'am, think about your decisions.
You should have told me you were going. That's what I did tell her. Like, you should have told me. I would have.
Send the funds.
Please send the funds.
For real. Pass around that collection plate while you sitting there waiting.
You gotta also think about it too. We're talking about, because we have to when we're talking about ladies of the evening. We're only talking about America. When you start going abroad.
Oh yeah, no, they do it better.
They do. It's like an art.
Yeah, it is. It's an actual job.
I actually think
They're really good at it.
It's a beautiful thing, you know, because it's like, wow, you can do this. So
but they're also respected in a different way. They're not looked at as like, you dirty slut, hoe, bitch. They're like, you're amazing and you're beautiful, and I want to take you and show you off to amazing places.
But why do you think that is?
And I want to put you on my arm because they take care of themselves differently. And they pretend better.
Do they, Rico?
They take care of the men differently.
Yeah, that's what I mean. They perform better.
Yeah, perform.
Yeah.
What? It's act. It's all act.
Yeah. Like, I mean, you know, it's always the stage. So, you know, sometimes the stage is soft and cushy, comfy bed. Sometimes the stage is, you know, getting up and arm holding through some event. But they just do it better. They tend to be more eloquent in their craft.
I think that they're just more natural to.
The city girls are over here. They ruined it.
Well, the city girls want to be like niggas, and
that's what I'm saying. They ruined it.
The other girls
so now
over
women
there
are operating in like masculine energy, trying to get money.
And it's not gonna work.
Requires femininity in order to.
But the thing is this. Here's the thing. A guy isn't stupid. Whether he's paying for it or not, he could tell a woman who's faking, right? And faking their femininity and faking their women essence.
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
So when the guy is paying for it overseas, let's just say that woman is a woman with his money or without, or with Joe's money. It doesn't matter. Mm-hmm. The girl is only acting as if because of the money. You know what I'm saying? So like, the girls over there are gonna be a woman regardless. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. She's gonna be that the woman that the way she treats that guy who's paying her for that night is the same way that she treats her boyfriend that she goes home to.
Right. But they also operate differently. Like once I give you the funds, what you do with it makes me give you more. And the women here, they tend to be on that Atlanta see me vibe, right? Like see me, show out. So they're going into Dior with money that they really should be using for investing in their business or investing in something. Like, sis, you're a hairstylist. You're going to die behind a chair if you don't figure this shit out. And they're just like, it's okay. I got bookings tomorrow. Like, I'm sorry. What?
I'm sorry.
You're going to stand for 6 hours for $300 or
make it back
for $300. And they're like,
well, they're like,
go
both.
to Dior.
Yeah, they do
you know
both.
What I mean? Yeah. They're like, let me collect this check. I got a booking tomorrow. And then I'm going to Chanel.
She said there's 24 hours
I'm
in a
getting
day.
socks because that's all I can afford without my dude.
But the crazy thing is,
socks
and that's,
Chanel.
I think, you know, all right, so I was talking to this one dude and he's telling me about all the different women in this specific area that he's paid for, right? Mm-hmm. He's like, I fucked them all, right? He's like, but the craziest thing is they make a lot of money here. You know, they can leave with like $5,000 in the weekend, just Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Then they go home and then they go and they give their money to their families and to their boyfriends. And then he's like, the craziest
thing. They got to do it all again the next
week. Yeah, he's like, they make more money than most people, but they're always broke.
They're always broke.
Right? And I'm like, wow, that's really crazy. But again, kind of to to piggyback of what you're saying is what they do with the money. Now, for me, if I was a person who is paying for ladies of the evening and sunrise and sunsets,
Sunsets.
right? It would
Salacious
if I
sunsets.
start seeing you, if I will feel some type of way if I start seeing you pop up with new Dior's.
Yeah, that's why they lose it so fast. That's
Yeah, 'cause
why
I'm
they
like-
lose it as quick as they get it, because the men are like, I want a return on my investment. And that's not, you're not doing it for me. Like, you're not showing up in a way that makes me feel like I want to give you more. I'm gonna bare minimum you. And to you, that's $3,000. To me, that's a bottle.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Not
I'm gonna
even.
give you this bottle's worth of money to come do splits on me and swing from the ceiling fan and shit. And then I'll see you again next week, because I'm gonna buy 5 more bottles in between now and next week. I don't care about this petty cash.
Yeah.
That's why my students win at a different level. That's why they're getting. I just had a testimonial, 3.5 carat diamond ring, engaged, let her quit her job, which I was opposed to, but that's her business. She has a son, 10-year-old son, flying this chick around the world, built her a brand new house from the ground up, brand new cars, everything, dripping her down. Why? Because the reciprocity is there, number one. So it's like real relationship versus like, I have to keep paying $3,000 for this chick that pretends that she likes me, that I don't even really like either, but I like showing her off and I like the weird shit she does to me. So, rich men like
crazy.
weird shit. So I like all of that, but there's no reciprocity here. I don't feel good about this chick. Once she's gone, I don't miss her. There's nothing there. So my students, they figure out the love language, and that's it. That's all you got to do.
So
That's what the Europeans do. They're like, I'm going to show up in the way you need me to show up, outside of just my body and my beauty. That's why their shit lasts. They could have a sugar daddy for 10 years.
yeah.
And he will keep paying her. He could have 5 chicks under her. He's going to make sure she got her 10 grand, every week or whatever.
That's not all guys though,
No, it's not.
because I think that some guys do find enjoyment also in giving her money and she's going out and spending it and upping her style and okay, yeah, I'm up in this bitch.
I think so, but it's only temporary. It doesn't last long.
Okay,
There's a couple unicorns. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
that
that's
sneak through.
probably true that it
But
doesn't.
it just
last
doesn't
long.
last long. There's no longevity in it. So you got to enjoy these bags while you can, because next week they'll be on the floor of 42C, and you'll be in your apartment with no closet for your Chanel bags, and you got 10 Chanels and a Birkin, and them shits are on the floor. Like,
They are.
you know what I mean? You don't
Or
even
on
have
the-
a shoe
or
closet.
on the real.
You don't even have a shoe closet.
Yeah,
so-
You're putting your shoes under your
She
bed.
is selling one bag at a time.
Dare you put a
for that monthly
$5,000
rent.
pair of shoes under your bed? The audacity.
If she even has under the bed space.
Most of them don't have under the bed space. Mattress on the floor ass. Women here tend to fumble the bag often with the fellas because of their masculinity. And that arises when they feel like money comes in the form of power, right? They say money, power, respect is the key to life. Women are not supposed to operate in that space. And so when we start to get money, we start to feel power because ooh, I'm getting him to give me this. And really it's not. It's really him being like, I want to give you this. You know what I mean? And so women tend to lose their feminine energy. The more a man provides for them, the more dominant they become, the more aggressive they become, the more demanding they become, the more I want it and I want it now. And it ain't even your money, girl. This is not
Yeah.
this is
They're
not
I feel
that.
like maybe you are specialized in this, right? I know.
I know a little
But
something.
I feel the complete opposite. I feel like girls who are getting money from guys or their partner or whatever become more feminine because
when they're protected and it's a relationship, yes. But when they are sugar babies or dealing with, multiple dudes at one time,
sugar babies too.
yeah.
I think those
mean,
are the most feminine. No,
No. They play
Entitled.
it. They play it, but then they start to get that spoiled. I mean, if you literally think about it, their goal is to be spoiled. But when you think about milk when it's spoiled, is that ever good? No. Nothing that's spoiled is good,
Including her.
including women. And so
Sugar babies.
once it moves into that I'm spoiled thing, the sense of entitlement kicks in. They forget the reciprocity part that worked in the beginning to get them that far. And then these guys slowly start to slip away. There's always somebody that will do it cheaper, faster, longer for less money. And that's what that's the part that women fail at
That
all the
look better,
time
too.
is and look better, right? Got a better body. There's always somebody more beautiful, more whatever.
And cheaper.
But
Beautiful and cheaper is
cheaper,
like
faster, longer for less money is a win. You know what I mean?
Sign me
And
up.
and so women tend to like, first of all, everybody has that underlying city girl thing. Even if we keep it dormant, it's there. And and it is.
Explain.
Okay, so like, you know how city girls made it like, give me money, fly me out, flew me out. You know what I mean? These niggas, right? Every woman has a small piece of that. It usually comes out with our homegirls when we have a couple drinks and then, you know, we in private. But that small dormant piece surfaces quickly when you start to get spoiled too fast. I even almost fumbled the bag with my man who I've been with for 5 years in the beginning. I almost fumbled that bag. I told you guys that last time I was here. I almost fumbled that.
Got prideful?
Because I got prideful and I was like, give me that. Give me that. And he was just like, I was asking for like, can you send me some lunch money? Can you send me some shit I didn't even need just because I was getting it and it was like feeding my own ego monster, which everybody has, but men are the ones that carry an ego monster that actually requires to be fed. Ours doesn't. Ours is fed in a very different way. It's not an ego monster. I let that get to me, and I was like, you know, every time I would ask him for $20, he sent me $500. I'm like, oh, I need $20 tomorrow too, and
feel
tomorrow,
like
and tomorrow, and tomorrow. And
I'm
tomorrow.
a little. It's like, okay, I understand when you say like it lies dormant in like every girl, and I feel like, okay, yes, when we get around our girls, it's just like, oh yeah, you like it when he has it, right? And then when he's willing to do it, but then when he's actually gonna do it, it's, I don't know, for me, it's kind of like, oh wait, I don't know why I'm like that.
That's just an issue with receiving.
I do have an issue with receiving.
I was just
And
about
I
to
feel
ask.
like, and it's maybe because I am also pretty alpha myself and dominant. So it's just like, I
that
don't
comes from something
like,
too.
I'm glad that you're willing to give me, but like, don't really give it to me though.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. I don't, my
need to
friend
work on
actually
that.
said that too.
That's sick. We need to work on that.
My friend was like, girl, you better take it. I'm like,
Because there's not a check for that. That's not one of those sicknesses that you actually get paid for. There's no compensation for that.
There's
need
no
to work on that.
compensation for that.
Yeah. We need to work on that. Because the issue with receiving starts back like as you're growing up as a little girl. Like either nobody gave you the things that you wanted or they overachieved in giving to suppress other things that were negative, that didn't make you feel good. And so, you know, without getting all into your history, like you really have to evaluate like why do I have a problem with receiving, especially from men? Like if we go out and I'm like, girl, I got it, you're gonna let me buy the drinks or no?
no, I will.
You will, right?
Yeah.
So, and then like the check comes and I'm like, no, girl, I got it. This one's on me. Are you gonna let me take the check?
It was that your second time or your first time?
So we're out and we're having a good time. You know, drinks come. I'm like, girl, I got it. You want a drink? Yeah, sure. I get you a drink. You're gonna let me buy it. Then we order some appetizers and some dinner and the check comes. I'm like, girl, I got it.
Okay, then no, then I'm gonna have that.
You're gonna take the check?
Yeah.
You're not gonna just receive me.
Well, then
buying
you
it?
just got the drinks though, and I let that happen.
That's a problem with receiving. Because when somebody is offering you something with nothing expected in return, we tend to bring that old history of like, ooh, I owe you now. And because that hit somewhere in the past,
That
whether
also
it's
is
a
what it
man
is,
or a
yeah.
mom or whatever, because that slapped so hard in your past, it now surfaces now. And so instead of you just walking away with a $300 night with your girls and we had a great time and you don't owe me shit, you know, if you want to do it next time, cool. But, you know, to show the reciprocity next time. But if I'm offering to buy you something or get you a drink or let's go, you know, hey, I just cashed out, made 6 figures in the last couple weeks. Let's go to the store, come shopping with me. And you're like, girl, I ain't, you know, I ain't about to go in Dior. And I'm like, girl, I got it. Come on, let's go. Are you going to come with me and buy some shoes? Or are you going to say no?
I will say no. I'm not gonna lie. I will say
Yeah.
no. But I think it is
I asked you that on purpose because I want you to see that there's a problem with receiving. There's no way that I'm turning down somebody without stipulation, right? It's not like if I give you this, you give me this, right? Like I'm not trying to like, what did the guy say? clap cheeks or something? Clap them cheeks.
I'm
That's what they say.
maybe,
You know what
I
they
don't-
say. You know what they say. You know.
I think it is the problem of like owing someone something.
Yeah, but
and
that's
it is
an
how I grew up.
internalized problem.
Yeah, that is how I grew up though. Because my dad always told me, "Don't let no man like."
Yeah, no. Daddy
Don't let-
messed you
yeah.
up.
Well, no, because most men, it doesn't matter. Most men, you will become indebted to.